I didn't think it was possible, but we are gonna need more power in this back seat. So join me today as we install power outlet right here on the side for our refrigerator and other things. Come on, guys. Living life on the R5. Hello, JJ. In a previous install, we installed a backseat power outlet that my passengers are absolutely loving. I mean, they use every available outlet to charge their phone and other items. So that leaves nothing for my refrigerator. And I do carry it in the bed of the truck, hooked up to our secondary battery, which I did create a build on, and I'll add that at the end of the video. But sometimes I want to keep it in the truck. So I don't have a cigarette outlet in there, and today that's what I'm going to install. I am going to install a cigarette outlet that I got on Amazon, and I'll put the link in the description below. But we have a cigarette outlet and 2 more USB ports that we're going to put where no one can find them except for myself. For today's job, we are going to have the cigarette outlet, the provided plugs. It also came with an inline fuse. We're going to have negative and hot wire, 16 gauge. We're going to have a quick disconnect so I can quickly unplug it from my lithium battery back here in the bed, because I want this fridge to have full-time power. And so we're going to have a few wire connectors, electrical tape, wire snips, wire trimmers, and some heat shrink. And I also bought this flex tubing that I'm probably going to run as a conduit to cover the wire up as it goes from my bed back up underneath the truck and through a hole. When we did the seat delete, there's a bolt hole that has an opening straight from the ground up. So we're gonna go through there and seal that back up. The plan is gonna be to use the lithium battery that we have in the bed of our truck, the dual battery setup that we have. I'm gonna use the negative and positive from this battery to allow me to have full-time power in the bed of the truck for that refrigerator. And we are going to snake back out of the hole that we have here in our drain plug. This is where our hot negative wire come from the starter battery to run our DC-DC power box. So we're going to go out of that hole. We're going to go across the bed of the truck, and then we're going to go through the bottom where the seats used to mount. There's a bolt hole there that we're going to come up and into the truck, and I'll show you where. So I will remove the seat delete that we have here. I don't know if y'all saw it here. I made the trap door where I could access my rack there, but my plan is I'm going to pull this out, and then there is a bolt hole located right there. I'll show you in just a second. We're going to come out with the wire and run right along the side here and mount that outlet right there. I don't want anybody to find it except for myself, because they are using all the available plugs that we have in this truck to keep their stuff powered up. I definitely think the first objective is going to be to get that wire from the back seat down underneath the truck, and then we'll get it across and back through that drain plug in the bed. So I'm going to take my wire and unroll it, and I'm going to measure out how much I need. If I was just going to leave my battery pack back at the front of my bed, I figure about 7 foot of wire would do it to come out of my truck, across the 5-foot bed, and back onto the battery. But I don't do that. I actually drag my battery pack all the way to the rear of the truck so I can plug things in right here at the end, different tools and whatnot. So we have a 5-foot bed this way, so I'm going to figure in about 13, 14 foot. I'll probably cut me 14 foot. That way I have a little bit extra to play with, and we'll get that snake through and hooked up. I have decided to go with this bolt hole. It's the one closest to my 60% seat. I tried this one right here by the door, and there is a metal flashing underneath here that you can get it out of if you're crafty and clever, but it just tends to want to ball up in there, and I can't get my finger up in there to do it. So this one right here actually goes right to the floor. We can actually look right down in there. So I'm going to run this guy out, and we'll grab it from underneath there, and it'll actually give us a shorter pathway over to our bed. We'll just have to come up underneath this plastic, which will be okay. Using 550 or paracord with a little nut on it, I am going to drop it down that drain plug to the bottom. so that we can attach our cables to it. Okay, now that I got the wire and the 550 cord taped together, let's pull this up through the drain hole. Okay, the plan now that we have the wire ran into the bed is to use this quick disconnect to connect it to our battery. It'll fall right in line with our ignition switch that runs to our DC-DC charger. It'll fall right in line with the Anderson plugs that run from the battery, starter battery to the back battery. So I want everything to quickly be able to disconnect and be separate from my truck, from the battery box. So we'll add one of these to this wire right here. So I've made this mistake before of not cutting my wire long enough, and that has really limited the ability that I have had to drag that box to the rear, and I've had to redo it. So I'm gonna double check my wire right now to make sure I have enough. I know I have enough ground wire, but my hot wire seems a little bit short. So I am going to probably give myself a little bit more, and we'll call it good with that. So I'm snaking my wires into my battery box so that I can connect them to both my positive and my ground, hopefully in a nice looking way. I think I secretly like to heat shrink everything because I feel like it holds the connection better. I don't really think it does, but you know, whatever makes you feel good, huh? I'm gonna put this conduit on it more for aesthetics. Not that it needs to be covered up for anything in here, but I think it looks better than having these bare wires just kind of floating around. I don't know how much you'll see them, but just in case. What I'm thinking about doing is mounting it right here, out of the way, tucking this wire down and around this housing so no one can see it. Kind of like that. My fuse can still be seen. I can adjust it if I need to. Run this all underneath there. I think that'll work good. Let me get my screwdriver. Be right back. All right, I've got it right there mounted to the wall with 2 screws, and then wire itself runs right here along and underneath this little plastic piece, and then into this bolt hole out through the truck and under the bed. With the seat delete back installed, let me swing it around here and show you. You can't see where it went through the floor anymore, and it runs underneath that plastic piece, and then right here is the plug. So I'm gonna have full power 24/7 right here in that plug. My fuse is right there in case something goes wrong. I think I'm gonna like that. No one's gonna see it. It's gonna be my own plug. Okay, quick overview. Our Xiaomi fridge is here on our seat delete, and it is running right now and cooling off of our new power outlet, which is right there. Has a nice little bluish glow to it. So that's nice. Okay, let me show you how I did it in the back. Right here we have our Anderson quick connect, and I have 2 watertight quick connections for those. That allows me to be able to push this box back to the rear and stow it, and the wires are out of the way. And if I want to quickly take my power box out, I just disconnect all of that with 1 pull. Well, actually 3 little pulls. 1 pull for the blue and 2 for the little ones, and out it comes. Hey, the build time for this, man, about 25-30 minutes. It was pretty quick, pretty inexpensive also. All the parts, I'm gonna put a link in the description below to all the Amazon stuff that I ordered. And for anyone that is interested in learning how to make a dual battery system, I'm gonna put that video right here. And if you wanna make a plug that runs off your starter battery in your Jeep, I'm gonna put that video right here. Take care, guys.